bear with me. I have been up since 8 a.m. today. 8 a.m. I pulled an all-nighter recording this and realizing that I could not upload it. So I am shocked that I have the energy that I do. I literally, my brother was sleeping at our house and I was like editing everything, and he comes in because he woke up at 5 and he's like, dude, you good? I said, I'm great. And he's like, yeah, you have more energy than I do. And I'm like, I haven't slept at all. But that's what coffee does to us creatives. I run off of coffee and sarcasm. What is up, everyone? My name is Noah, and today we are using Canva to make an awesome Instagram carousel. Now, I'm on the desktop today, but you could totally use your phone as well. And that's the thing I like about Canva is I can use my phone to make these while I'm traveling or I'm on the road. This is not sponsored by Canva. I'm just really impressed that we can do these things now in Canva. We're going to be making a Canva template so we can reuse it over and over and over again. Grab my handy Goodwill keyboard. This thing is so old. It's like, I think I bought it for like $3, and it's like for the OG iPad. And look at this, it's made by Zag. This is my squirrel moment for today. But something that I'm going to be doing is you're going to see me pick this up because it's just, I love it. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to launch Canva, and what you're going to see is Canva has a lot of pre-made templates. We are not going to be using them. We are actually going to be using our own custom preset, making our own custom preset that we can use over and over and over again. Something that we're going to do today is a 5-panel carousel. Why 5-panel? 5-panel is easiest, I think. Now, with Instagram being a 4x5 crop, that means it's 1080 by 1350 for a single photo. 1080 times 5 is 5400. And we could use our calculator in our phone, or we could use Google for that. But I've done it enough times to know I'm losing my voice. 5400. 5400 width and 1350 height, and then we get this nice white template. We're going to now click on our guides. We're going to add guides here. Guides are going to make our life so much more easy. File, settings, and then add guides. And under guides, you're going to see columns. We want 5 columns. 5 columns are going to give us just the right borders to where we can have our 4x5 image show on our timeline. When I say timeline, I mean our canvas, because I'm in video editor mode in my head because that's what I was doing earlier. We're going to hit under gap. We're going to make that gap a 0, a big fat 0. We don't need any gaps, we just need those hard, fine lines. So next, we're going to, after we add our guides, now it's looking nice. We have a nice template here. The template, sometimes what I'll do is I just save that, or I duplicate it, and then I drag and drop images onto one. I like how that looks. I keep it around. I make a duplicate right underneath, and then so on and so on and so on. What we're going to do today is populate this template that we made with some of the photos that I took on my trip to Japan with my wife. That's where we went on our honeymoon. If you've never been to Japan, I highly recommend you go to Japan. It's gorgeous, gorgeous. Like, as a photographer, I was just foaming at the mouth. I was just like, ah, it's so gorgeous. Like, it's gorgeous in a way that I've never seen. I've been to Japan 3 times already, and I'm going again in November, and I know I'm going to see things that I've never seen before because Japan is so large, so vast, so epic. I'm going to pick my favorite photos. I love this photo. This was up at a temple in Kyoto, and let me tell you a backstory about this. This photo, you know, you're scrolling on Instagram and you're like, man, these photos are banging, looking through them, admiring, wishing you were the one taking that, and you don't realize what the photographer went through to get that photo. Literally, it was ear to ear traffic. Like, it took hours to get up to this spot. Hours. I thought, I could walk up there in maybe about an hour, maybe 40 minutes. No, it was like 2 hours or 2.5 hours just walking up to that location. Then once you got to that location, it took you another like 30 to 40 minutes to go to point A to point B just to get another photo. Yeah, I'm going to size this photo a little bit differently. I'm going to actually just there. I like that. Let's just grab photos and then I'm going to put them together and I'll show you my process. As I move around images, I am looking for tones that complement each other. Like I said, I highly recommend going to Japan. So I'm going to use this because this photo is enough coverage to go into the next panel. And I really like how these two colors contrast with each other. We've got some nice darks and some nice lights, and since the blue tones in this first photo kind of match the blue tones in this photo, I think they look really good together. We're going to take this photo. I really like the colors here, and notice that we've got some nice reds in this photo right here. And I'm going to pair that, tie it together with this photo and kind of bridge the gap into this photo, making it look nice and tasty, I think. Tasty? Do we say tasty? I think we do. Let's go and shrink this down to about here. I like the small size, and notice I'm placing it not right on the line here because I kind of want to see a little bit of that. I'm going to take this one. I think I'm going to shrink it down about the same. So I'm going to get rid of that one and go with another train one that I saw that has similar colors to this train. Look how nice this looks. You've got yellow, you've got green, you've got that bluish look, bluish greenish look. So we're going to just pop this down here. And even, I think I might go as far as just cropping this down a little bit and coming out and making almost like not a panoramic, but like a wide shot. And I'm going to just move these until it just looks, aesthetic. They're not going to be all the same size because I want that masonry grid look. And I'm going to use, I think, this green one with the trees up at the top. And since it's horizontal, I'm going to play into it. I'm going to play around with that horizontal look. I like this person in the background. I'm going to bring this one up a little bit, and I'm going to make it a little bit more uniform with that. I'm all about the aesthetics. And we're going to, there we go. I like this a lot. I don't like that gap up there, so I'm going to just close it a little bit more. But I don't want to close it so much that I get rid of that sign there. So I'm going to do this. I'm actually going to bring this down. I like this. So that is how I would make those photos look right there. Now I can go even further if I wanted to and put more photos in this section, but I kind of like the simplistic look here. I like how this guy's walking here. I like how this guy's walking here. I think what I'm going to do is double click and move this photo up a little bit. Now notice this is the rule of thirds here. So you can see that when we move it, you have the man on one of the rule of third lines, and you actually have the man on the other side of the crosswalk on the scroll line. So when we split this image, it's going to be on that scroll line. So I'm going to line it up a little bit here. I like this. I like the handrail too. And notice something. These lines are kind of like leading lines. These lines are kind of like leading lines, and the railing and this, man, it is such symmetrical. I think that's the word that I'm looking for, symmetrical. So something that you've got to understand about Japan is everything looks good. Everything is an awesome photo. And when you take your camera with you, I highly recommend bringing loads of memory cards, because you're going to just, if you're like me and you like taking photos, it's addictive. You just click, 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 click. I was more conservative this time around, and when I say more conservative, I took only 1,550 video clips and a little over 2,400 photos, and racked up about 980 gigs on the honeymoon, and that was being conservative. Something that I like to do creatively when creating these carousels is I like to just leave the first photo alone, because it's like my establishing shot, it's my hero image, and I don't want to clutter it up. But you might be a little bit different, and you might want to put words or text over it. Talking about carousels are actually a great way to level up your feed. And actually, Instagram pushes carousels out more than it would a single image. Let's say you're showcasing a product or a product launch. You might want a 3 to 5 slide carousel. That way you can hype them up on the first photo and the second photo, being that the first photo is your hook photo or your teaser photo. And then your second photo, I would even go as far as making the second photo a teaser photo as well, because Instagram actually pushes out our carousels twice. So the first day we drop a carousel, Instagram will push it using the first photo. And then, depending on how much engagement we get, the second day it will push our carousel again using the second photo. So if I am being strategic with carousels, I use the first photo and the second photo as a little bit of a teaser, depending on what my primary goal is with the carousel. Now, say if I wanted to recap a wedding. Now, that's an awesome use of a carousel, recapping a wedding. You might want 7 to 10 photos or 10 to 20 photos. I'm sorry if you hear my fan in the background. My monitor just booted up the fan, but I'm on a roll. 7 to 10 is a great sweet spot. 10 to 20 is a great sweet spot if you're storytelling or if it's educational content. If it's educational content, you can walk someone through a process of how you do something for your business, and that will in turn get more engagement than something like this. All right, now that I have my design all done, I'm going to show you how I export this design. But first, we need to split it up into 5 different photos. And we start right here. So we're going to go down to apps. Under apps, I want you to search image split. So image split. Do image splitter, this one. And then we're going to hit export design. Let's leave this at JPEG, and we're going to hit size. Now, size is something that, depending on what plan you have, I don't think the free version you can size up that much, but since I'm on the paid version, I'm going to size it up to 1.75, and I'm going to do quality at 96. Now I'm going to go under my pages here where it asks like, what page are you on? Now what I have done is switch to another template that I had already designed and made before this video. Same photos, same design, everything is just a little bit more symmetrical. I'm going to go to this design and I'm going to hit done. And then I'm going to click export. On our guidelines, splice up this entire image. Awesome, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So now we have 5 different photos. Number of columns, you want 5 columns. And then we hit split image. Click split image, and now you can see all of our images have been split. Now what I want you to do is go to the bottom right corner where it says add new type. Don't click add page. Add page is going to just duplicate the page that you're already on. So what we want to do is add page type. Add page type, and now we can do the social media templates. Click on social media, make sure you're under this red tab, social media, and then Instagram 4x5 post. Now we take our keyboard and we're going to hit command, we're going to hold down command, and then we're going to hit D 5 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now we have 5 different duplicated templates. What we're going to do is we're going to go to, let's see, 5 in. So that's 51, page 51. I have 51 different slides. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to add to design. And I'm going to take my photo and I'm going to just zoom it in to where it fills the entire 4x5 screen. And then I'm going to do that for the next one and the next one and the next one. And I'm just basically making 4x5 photos out of this carousel post. And this it's simple, quick. Now here's the thing. If you accidentally say don't make your photo all the way to the border, you're going to wreck your carousel and have to come back into this page and make sure that this is pulled all the way, and then see right down. It'll actually, I'll do it up here so you can see. So you can see it says 1070 by 1338. Just stretch that out until you can see 1080 by 1350, and that's what you want. 1080 by 1350, 4x5. And it's a lot of numbers, but it's simple. And then we do this, and now what we do is I'm going to go back to my first slide, my hero image, and I'm going to go onto my keyboard again, and I'm going to hold down shift. So I'm holding down shift, and then I'm going to go down to my last slide here and click, and now I have all 5 slides selected. Now I'm going to come up to the right top corner where it says share, and then under share I'm going to click download. Now download is going to ask you, do you want JPEG, do you want PNG? I'm going to just do what it suggests is PNG, and I'm going to do back to 1.75. Then I'm going to not click any of these. Do not click lower quality or transparent background unless you are working with something that you need a transparent background. And sometimes I am. Sometimes I use those things. And now what we do is, just like any other Canva template, we hit done and then download. Now from here, you can upload it directly to Instagram, and now you have an awesome looking, seamless scrolling Instagram carousel that's sure to get a lot of attention. This is how it looks. And here's the seamless scroll. It looks pretty good. It looks better on the phone, but that's how we make those awesome Instagram carousels. And this is the art of Instagram carousels. Like I always say, I hope you have a blessed day, and I hope this helped. If you liked it, like, subscribe, and hit me up in the comments section. I would love to know how you create carousels and something that you've learned, because I love connecting with others and I love learning. So, have a blessed day.